Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/AskReddit by Planet Reddit. Girls of Reddit. What are the unwritten rules of the girl code that us guys don't know of? When a friend is fighting with her significant other, girl code dictates that we sympathetically listen and then immediately forget everything we've heard, because she usually goes back to that ducker. As a hairstylist, when a man comes in with his girlfriend wife, I always include her in the conversation, ask if she wants to sit with us, needs a drink, act, and make eye contact when speaking to her. Similarly, when I meet a male friend's girlfriend for the first time, I make sure to be nice, ask questions and be interested in her. It alleviates the threat factor and shows support for their relationship. Really, this should be done regardless of gender. Just treat your friends' partners with respect and kindness. I have lost a lot of friends this way because I did not realize that. Now I just think of my friends in terms of a package. If they have a partner, I include them. Always. I befriend their partner and try to invite them as well. It's a buy one get one deal. I could not agree more. I am very conscious of the threat factor as well. So I always introduce myself to the significant other, include them in the conversation, and ask questions that engage them. Sometimes I feel pretty annoyed when other women don't do this because I feel like it's just etiquette, regardless of your gender. Girls help other girls get away from guys. Doesn't matter the age gap. Total fact. When I was 15 years old and still needed a ride to dinner and the movies, I was meeting up with some guy 2 years older than me, with one of my best friends. He was a super creep and decided to pull out his dong in the movie theater. Not exactly knowing what to do with a penis at age 15. I get awkward and go to the bathroom. Some woman in her 40s heard me and my friend talking about it and physically walked me out of the bathroom to my dad's car. On total creep patrol the whole time. I still think about that woman and how cool it was for her to play cock block for a total stranger. I'm 27 and it's easy to play cock block for young teenage girls because young teenage boys are scared of grown women. All you have to do is go beat it. Creep. Real mean to them and they usually skedaddle. I do it a lot because I feel like the boys around here are unusually creepy and I'm just glad I'm not a teen girl dealing with them. If you notice that someone has bled through their pants, ducking, tell them. Even if you hate each other. Even if you're strangers. Lower your voice and let them know. Yelling Sandra I can see your period for the whole world to hear isn't good. Though. Don't do that. This is a pretty uncomfortable thing to have to tell someone. Especially a stranger. Burduck. They need to know. What is there to do? Go home? We hug with an active mind on avoiding boob smoosh. How does this work? Do they interlock? I think they set in place. Like puzzle pieces. Like this. I just came to read what I'm supposed to be doing. Turns out, I have not been nearly involved enough in other women's periods. Clearly you need to stuff your pockets full of tampons and go handing them out at bars. I too am wondering what I can learn about my fellow female friends. All I know is we can be a lot more physically close than guys without it being weird. That is, changing in front of one another etc. When making new friends who have girlfriends, I always extend any invitations to the girlfriend. Most of the time, they don't come along. But to me it shows respect of the girlfriend relationship and shows that there's no ill will involved. I automatically think less of another girl if she invites my boyfriend out somewhere, knowing he has a GF, and doesn't mention me. Even though I trust my boyfriend completely. It just seems shady disrespectful on her part. Note that this doesn't apply if they've been friends for a while. It's only for new friends. Preach. I'm the same way. I always include the GFBC. I know how it feels to be on the receiving end. Plus she might end up becoming a friend as well. I really like this one. If a woman asks you for menstrual products and you have a spare, you give one to her. Doesn't matter if she's your worst enemy or a stranger in a bathroom rest stop. You hand over a spare pad tampon. Adding on to that, also ibuprofen or Tylenol. This was the only one I could think of. But my god, is this rule sacred? Other than the period and hair tie things that have already been mentioned. And these are more largely dependent on knowing the other woman's interests. You recognize who she's interested in and make sure to disappear unobtrusively. To give them alone time. Don't post pictures or show them around in which you, and only you, look good. Even if you look like a caveman in every other photo of both of you. If she's considering buying something, be it clothes, a haircut, or whatever, give her honest, but not mean, advice. If she ignores you, shut up and never mention it again. If she's already bought it, especially if it was expensive, don't say anything unless she asks. And be sure she actually wants an honest opinion, not a confirmation that she looks good. There's a difference. How do you know if they want an opinion or just confirmation? It heavily depends on context. If you're all dressed up to go somewhere and she spins around and smiles into the mirror and says, "How do I look?" It's pretty obviously not an "I would like your opinion." If she specifically asks for an honest opinion, or if she's comparing wardrobe items or deciding whether to donate clothing, that's probably time for a more honest opinion. If she mentions the word fat, cut your losses and run. If you see your fellow girlfriend drunk and getting hit on by a bunch of guys, don't leave her there. Help her if she's not with someone trusted. So much this. I once dragged my roommate home because she was drunk and the only other people in the room were 4 or 5 guys and there was a really rappy vibe going on. She was pissed at me too. She wanted to keep drinking. Bear in mind that she didn't know any of the guys well. And they called me names and tried to stop me from taking her home. She tried to punch me when we were about halfway home. And then I held her hair while she threw up and cleaned her up and put her to bed. She wasn't used to drinking. We didn't even like each other that much, but I wasn't going to leave her behind to get gang raped. And in the morning she thanked me for protecting her. And apologized for hitting me. So that was nice. You always tuck another girl's tag and if it's sticking out of her shirt, no one questions it. No explanation needed. Likewise, if she's having some other wardrobe malfunction, like bra showing or skirt hiked up in the back, you tell her, discreetly, even if she's a stranger. I had one of the meanest girls in the school who used to bully me whisper to me to adjust my skirt in the back one time. It's just a given. I find the tag one to be true and dislike it with severe intensity. Strangers have done this to me. I don't want strangers touching me. Just tell me if it is sticking out. If a guy is messing around on his girl, and one girl finds out about the other girl will get notified. There is not going around it. Even if it's an affair that has gone undetected for years. Edit. Seriously. Some guys don't know that. Tell that to Peggy Hill. Poor Dale. Peggy wanted to tell Dale, but she saw how Dale was a true father to Joseph and chose not to break up their family. Also, I'd say it's more on Hank to tell him anyways. Dale calls Hank his most trusted person. Talking about personal issues like health and bodily functions, relationships and everything in between is cool. Sometimes even with complete strangers. Especially in the toilets in a bar/nightclub. If a girl needs a hair tie, especially at the gym, and you have a spare, you give her that shit. You'll never see it again. But she needs it, damn it. You'll never see it again. Ha. Husband who cleans. Should be the case for everyone though. I, male, carry around hair ties on my wrist. If someone needs one, I'll give it to them. They're hella cheap. So it's no jam off my toast. If you are at a bar and one of your friends has had so much that she needs to puke and or can't look after herself, you need to hold her hair back. Make sure she doesn't lose her purse. And escort her as close to home as possible. Also, if your friend asks for makeup, let them use it. Another side of that coin. If you need to borrow makeup, for the love of Cthulhu, don't apply it straight to your face. Use proper sponges, brushes. Or at the very least, apply it to your fingertips first. The more we dress ourselves up, the more we expect to have a busy, eventful day. If I put on a nice outfit, do my hair/my makeup, in my head I'm saying, today I need to, or already I'm doing, Something significant to show off what I'm wearing. Conversely, if my hair is messy and I'm wearing a huge t-shirt, the only thing I probably did, or expect to do, today was Reddit, Netflix and maybe picking up milk at the grocery store. So if you want some with scheduled days who laid back, look for messy bun, t-shirts, etc. If you want someone who is busy, or very social, look for someone who is mostly dressed up. Not sure if that's what OP meant, but that's quite helpful, and is generally true for us guys. 2. Yeah. If I am being lazy, I'll wear a t-shirt and shorts. If I'm being busy, I'll wear a different t-shirt and pair of shorts. Letting someone know about a makeup meltdown. I love makeup. I work in a nursing home. Thermostats are always ducking set to 80 in the rooms, not ideal for keeping that makeup looking fresh. Sometimes my eyeliner will transfer to my upper lid. Mascara will flake off. Sweat stripes through my foundation, etc. I get so pissed when I don't have time to go to the bathroom for 3 hours. Thus not available to check myself out in the mirror and find out something on my face is all jacked up. I always discreetly tell someone if something is off because that's your face. That's where people are looking. Same goes for hair malfunctions. Like if a girl has a smooth ponytail but I can see a random loop of hair sticking out. Maybe it got caught on a ring or earring or something. Always say something. Go to help a sister out. Yeah, no. Girls watch other girls' drinks. Whether you BFFs or just met an hour ago. Girls keep an eye on other girls' drinks. You can't be too careful. The first rule my mom told me when she found out I started clubbing. If a guy, or anyone really, offers you a drink, you better get that straight out of the bartender's hand, and if you accidentally leave your glass unattended, do not get it back. There are bars around here that put straws in all drinks when they hand it out. Those straws change to bright ass colors if it comes into contact with common date rape drugs. If you intentionally duck with another person's relationship, you deserve every piece of shit that comes your way. If he has a girlfriend, you know what is appropriate to say and what is not. I don't care if you've never met his girlfriend a day in your life. You keep your shit to yourself. Yeah. Even if he's super cute. When he acquires a girlfriend, you become sibling friends and not potential sex partners. If you're skinnier than the girl you're talking to, don't bitch about your weight. Unfortunately, the girls who complain about their weight excessively are the ones that don't realize how rude it is. Or the girls who suffer from an ED. 2 perspectives. Edit. ED equals eating disorder. That's the common abbreviation where I live. Upon meeting a woman in any situation, you typically compliment something they are wearing. Options can include jewelry, shoes, purses, clothing, accessories, hairstyles, makeup, etc. They will then compliment you back. That's how it works. Today I learned I might not be a girl after all. I am so confused. Always ask the other girls around you if they want to go to the bathroom with you. Even if you're not that close with them. Let them borrow your extra hair tie bobby pin even though you know there's a 97% chance you won't get it back. Ask before dating a friend's ex-crush XBF. You don't pursue your friend's boyfriend or previous conquests. I've seen this response posted in threads such as these before, and it's the only one I can't agree with. Everyone has different relationships with their friends, boyfriends, and conquests. It's only reasonable to make the boyfriend off limits. But once the relationship is over, it's really a matter of how comfortable everyone is with the ensuing situation. I've been on both sides of this situation with close friends of mine. We're still close friends. No one got angry, hurt, or jealous. The lines of communication were kept open when they needed to be, and closed when it was appropriate. I think this rule should read: don't pursue your friend's ex-boyfriend or previous conquests without talking about it first. To be honest, you've changed my point of view on this. For me, it is an absolute no-no. I wouldn't feel comfortable with it for the reasons I've mentioned. But that is my opinion, and my friends for the most part feel the same. There's absolutely no reason why this should be gospel, however. If all parties are cool with it, then no one's nose is put out of joint and there's no harm done. Thanks for weighing in on this and giving a different perspective. Apparently girl code does not mean that you tell your friend that her a-hole fiance tried to make a move on you. Oops. I would definitely want to know if my so was making moves on my friends. Especially if we were planning on getting married. I think that you were in the clear in terms of appropriate girl code behavior. When your best friend just got dumped and her arch nemesis trots in and starts loudly bragging about getting engaged, you find the cattiest thing you can think of to say and you say it. When I was in this situation, my bestie came up with a gem. Wow. It's so shiny. Are you sure it's real? And I will love her forever for it. Why do girls have arch nemesis? Nemesis? If someone asks for a sanitary product and you have one that you don't need right at that moment, you give it to them. That's why I always keep a few in my purse. If a girl asks you for a period check, you tell her the truth. No matter how much you hate her guts. Going to the bathroom together. Nobody has to pee alone. Hermione got attacked by a troll when she went to the bathroom alone. Best reasoning ever. If a weird guy is hitting on your friend, you automatically become lesbians. This is far less effective than you think it is. I always make sure to remind all my female friends how pretty and smart they are every so often. It isn't easy being a woman. And a lot of women aren't comfortable with their bodies. For me, it is of the utmost importance to remind my female friends how pretty and intelligent they are and how much they mean to me. Leslie Knope. There is no girl code. Only Zuel. Always compliment a woman's new baby. Say it's gorgeous. Perfect. The cutest thing you've ever seen, even if it looks like a half-baked meatloaf. Man. Guy code is a lot more fun. It definitely involves a lot less bleeding. Sisters before misters. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.